Hey, hello guys. I'm gonna do this video in English just because it's a Cdub team next. I know Cdub you understand French, but it's gonna make me practice to do a video in English because YouTube, if I do videos eventually, I'll have to do it in English or bilingual. That would make the videos really long. So let's watch. Let's look at your team. Cdub, you were the first year. You were a huge competition to me. You were like it was until the last week, like even the last game, I think you could have won. So we're starting with Matthew Barzal. Matthew Barzal, love it, young, future of the New York Islanders. No, I will have it in my team. It's a must keep. He's average. I see him in the 3 point average per game. Petrus Bergeron. What can I say? He is getting older. Uh, as long as he stays healthy, he's always going to be a nice guy to have on your team. Uh, Dendnov, Panthers. I think this year is going to be probably one of his best year in all his careers. But again, if they actually have a good season, but I would have him. That's a great pick. Matt Duchene, I believe. No, Matt Duchene. Oh, another one, and the 3 point average per game. Actually, all the Berzal, Bergeron, Bernard, Duchesne, I see them the 3 point average and up per point per game. William Carlson, Vegas, he's a 2.7, 2.8 easily. Connor McDavid. So so let's like the beginning, like oof, you're gonna be a powerhouse this year again, if no injuries. Connor McDavid this year, if they can have a decent season, the guy's like a 4.5 point average per game. Like the guy is the best in the world. Sean Mohamed, Calgary. Um, yeah, I see him near, let's say 2.7, 2.8. Ryan O'Reilly, St. Louis. He should be a 2.9, 3.1. Uh, love the guy as a player. Braden Shen from St. Louis. He should be in a 2.1, 2.2 point average. It's a decent player to have in your lineup. Jeff Skinner. Oh, he's gonna be in the 3 point average. So if you look at your forwards for now, you're a beast here. Uh, Mark Stone, another one. Can't say nothing. A great team, great offense, great teammate. Vladimir Tarasenko. Uh, maybe not in the tree, but a good 2.8, let's say. Thomas Chabot for Ottawa. Maybe not this year. This year, I'm gonna go say 7.8 average. I see him, but future again, future with Ottawa or get traded because they like to trade their best player. That's a keeper. Victor Edman, still a good player to have, and I see him in the 2.5 ish point average. Eric Carlson. I don't know what to say when it comes to him. He can be a 4 point average, and after that, he can be like zero point 0.5 point average. So, and he's freaking injured. But talent wise, he's there. But Fidel, cannot trust him, and I don't know. I wouldn't have him in my pool. Cost too much, and you cannot rely on him. So, man, that's my opinion. I guess I'm not a fan of him. Torrey Krug, I like power plays, and yeah. Esalendo, Eventually, because there was no one else, you need to keep him. The only he's behind a lot of good in the defense. So, but there's injuries. He goes there and he's got the talent to produce. Morgan Riley, this year will probably be one of his best season ever. He's got a big part of the duties in Detroit, in Toronto. Uh, that's why I said Detroit. The next one. That's why Tyler Bertuzzi. Um, I like. He's gonna have a really good players to play with, like Larkin, and love it. Like Detroit's not there yet, but with another good brown pick next year, Lafreniere maybe, that team can turn it around pretty fast. From the Rangers, Pavel Butch Butchnich. No, anyway, I'll work on that one. I promise. Um, I believe he's going to be almost a 4 point average player. Just because of who's going to play with a lot of power attack. They're like no, they're defense maybe not good Rangers, but at offense they're going to produce a lot of points. My opinion. Lawson Cruz, Arizona. I personally gave up on him. I don't think he's never going to be a top six liner. Bottom six, he could learn to become that. Kevin LeBlanc, big potential. So he's a keeper. Reichard Reichel, a lineman. Another one. He plays with the top lines. He can produce a lot. So he's a hard worker. I love him. Riley Smith by Vegas. It's good to have. Like it's a great team, and he can produce. Sam Steele when he's gonna come, if he stays healthy, I think he's gonna be number one center. So I imagine Sam Steele, Max Comtois looks pretty damn cool. I think so. I like Sam Steele, and I think the Anaheim's got a nice potential good future. Your minors, Keith Billows. I remember seeing his dad play. Love the guy. Uh, I think he's got a lot of potential. To not believe if there's going to be plays for him this year. There might be injuries, but if he comes, he's got a good work ethic. Love the dude. I would have loved to have him as a prospect in Montreal. Um, Jasper Bratt from New Jersey. Love the dude. He's got the potential and the talent to be on the top lines with great centers, Jack Hughes or Eshier. Uh, I would have him on my team. So if I didn't have too many New Jersey players, but I did have him, and do have him in other pools, and he's in the 2 point point average. Michael Rasmussen, I think he's got a lot of talents and a lot of potential. Probably next year to have a chance. But again, there's a lot of talent pushing in the Detroit. So is there gonna have a so he's got a talent. So if he's gonna play top lines, or it's gonna be a trade bait. That's the way I see it for him. Nick Suzuki, he's got the talent and the chance to be a big in the 2 point average point per game. Not much more I can say about that. I don't like talking about Montreal Canadian players. Like people after that, people think I'm a fan and I'm not. So no, people in this pool like Mark, Bergie, you guys know I'm honest. If it comes to Montreal, I don't believe they're gonna make the playoff this year, but still good hockey. We're not there yet. Let's go. Goalies. Love your goal. Love you two goalies. All right, Jordan Burnington, St. Louis. If what he showed already last year and what he's showing this year, you got a goalie for a long time. Corey Hart, same thing. And yeah, pretty much the same thing with those two goalies. Great, good team for a while on them, and then they're young. They're going to be so hey, enough. I love that. Your third goalie, Jones. I think you already know my opinion on that. It's not even just the team. It's the goalie. Not sure he's a number one. He plays good games, but it's not. Not a fan. So he can prove me wrong. Draft wise, next year you got your one, you got your two, you got two-time number three. So that's cool. Your salary caps, you got 2.8 left, and you do have enough place on your roster for at least by one or two players actually. So yeah, I like your team. You're gonna give a lot of competition for the first place if you stay healthy for sure. You got a lot of good players, good teams. Love your team. Uh, that'll be it for this video. Cdub, and that was my test in English. To be honest, I did like it. I'm gonna listen to the video, but feel more confident in English. I don't say as much. So, thank you for watching the video. If you guys watch, and I'll see you on the next one.